Hey family, I am doing this video today to speak on some of the, I'd like to say, revolt that happened previous in Lincoln, Nebraska and throughout this country. Firstly, I'd like to say Black Lives Matter is a joke. They're ambulance chasers. They're only relevant after a brother gets shot or killed. People only write checks or even subscribe to anything they talk about with Black Lives Matter only when a brother gets shot or killed. Meaning their interests lies in these atrocities that befall our community. They have no plan in place for preventative action or preventative programs to ensure that these things do not happen. To them, black lives don't matter. That's how they make their paychecks. With that being said, I'm not here to talk down on some of those who are rioting, some of those who are looting, the malcontents. I believe that that is necessary to spread awareness, and it is necessary so those who are in power, those who are legislators, know the sentiment of the people. However, this is completely reactional. This is emotionalism. Real revolt or revolution is scientific, unemotional, targeted. There's a plan. There's committees put together. There's study. What happens when all this emotion fades? You go to hop on the next atrocity? I'm seeing many of my people are becoming atrocity hoppers. We were just talking about a mod. You know, all these different things that are happening. Why isn't that we can come together to put something, a plan in place? You know, one of the biggest things I push towards is developing an economic system. We have to come to the realization that these things happen to us because black people in this country do not have an economic system that serves their interests. An economic system is what finances political representation. Without having that economic system in place, yes, you can have a black president in office, but he will not enact anything in the interest of black people because we are unable to buy his ass. The status quo has bought his ass, and that's why he expressed their interest and not ours. It's not because he, is not, America isn't just for black people. It's because we don't have an economic in place to substantiate our interests. Now, the development of any economic system starts with the establishment of financial institutions, meaning banks, credit unions, etc. Something that we're able to extract the wealth of the community in a systematic way to use it to serve our own ends. Now, I am Nahib, Nebraska state chairman, Nahib being a nonprofit whose main initiative is establishing a credit union. So we're able to finance political representation to serve our own interests, provide for our own ends. This is what we mean by organizing and coming together and figuring out positive solutions to be able to solve the problems of our people in this country and worldwide. You're doing nothing more or less than throwing a tantrum. And you make it harder for those of us who seek to organize in a revolutionary way. So I will try to stay updated on these different events and rallies, and I will attend. I will let you guys know this is childish. This isn't how African people behave. If we are to do violence, it is targeted violence, and I'll speak more on that later. At the end of the day, I'm always going to push develop an economic system. That is a program that can be put in place to address many of the problems that we have in this country. And that's something that can resolve these problems. Every time a brother gets shot going to a rally or march hasn't done anything for us. We've seen that since the 50s. You examine the historical timeline of even Dr. King's day. He was marching for 10 years with no legislation. His house was bombed. His wife was spit on. For 10 years, no legislation. So if you think utilizing these practices that didn't serve them in the 50s will serve us today, then you are mistaken. You are wrong. You know. So again, I'll introduce myself formally. Since my name is David Tufts. I am chairman of Naheed, Nebraska. Naheed is a nonprofit that seeks to establish many initiatives within the black community to better our communities worldwide. The biggest initiative we are pushing is the foundation of a credit union. The credit union is essential for developing an economic system. Economic systems are what finances political representation. So thank you for viewing this. I hope this message is well received by my people. Uh, we'll continue to work together. We'll continue to organize. Thank you.